It's
Yeah, like
I don't know, man. It's my brain disease. I wish I could play single player games. I can't.
yeah, like me on the other hand, I just played Dragon Quest XI for the second time and spent 100 hours on that.
Are you
Or
sure it's only your second time? It might have been your fourth.
might have been. And I had like harder settings on it. Then I played Cyberpunk. I'm over 100 hours on that now. It was completely single player.
Did they fix Cyberpunk? I heard it sucked.
I didn't play it when it sucked. I would say it's a good game now. It's definitely really good.
Yeah, it was playable on the consoles by the end of the year. Essentially,
I'm excited for Rebirth. Comes out next month.
Essentially, the issues that they were having, or like they already knew about the issues before the devs did before they released the game, so they're already working on trying to solve those by the time they released it.
Yeah,
I've got two games I'm looking forward to. There's Rebirth at the end of February, and then Dragon's Dogma 2 is supposed to be coming out next month or March, somewhere around there. Those two are two of my tops.
I'm trying to stay away from Dragon's Dogma in general because I feel like I'm just not going to have a life if I have too many games that I'm addicted to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those are my life, man. That is my life.
Same here. I've been playing Cyberpunk every single hour I've had off, including weekends, every single hour for the past 3 weeks.
I went back to an old school game I played when I was a kid, Dark Cloud.
Oh yeah, that is old.
Yeah,
old PS1 game. And I remember as a kid, I had so much trouble figuring that damn game out because my weapons would always break, and then I would die, and I'd always be broke, and I could never afford the repair powder to fix my weapons, so they would break again. And then I'm going through it now, and I'm like, I can't understand how I had so much fucking trouble playing this game.
Wait, wasn't Dark Cloud on PS2?
That was Dark Cloud 2.
Oh, they might have re-released Dark Cloud 1 for PS2. I thought
They might have.
played it on. I thought I only played it on PS2. Yeah, I want to find a copy of that game.
Get PlayStation Plus.
No,
It's on there. Then eat a dick. That's where I'm playing it. PlayStation Plus.
I could emulate it and throw it, or find a copy of it and throw it on my Vita.
You could do that.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Ready.
I've been ready.
Well, you guys kept talking.
There's so much to talk about.
We were waiting for you to give us the go-ahead.
I've been back for like 5 minutes.
Not the go-ahead. That just means you're sitting there.
Well, I'm not going to interrupt you guys. You were deep in conversation. That's rude.
Yeah, imagine.
So is switching us in the middle of a
dragging us over to
conversation.
Another.
I didn't know you were in the middle of a conversation. Not my fault you guys were in the wrong chat.
It wasn't session time.
Yeah, but if you're ready for session time, you could be in session time. All right, we're recording. Whenever you are ready,
Okay.
Your Majesty.
Oh, wow. Now I feel special. We left off the group.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Tales of Barntome, brought to you by AA&D. I'm going to hand it on over to our DM, the lovely Man Bear, and he can get started.
Donnie, why aren't you on Roll20?
I am. Oh, I always fail to launch game. I always get up to there, then I just go to a different tab.
Wow.
I click SSD.
We are all very tired.
Yes,
Yeah.
SSD. Anyway, like I was saying, we left off with Bromtech and Drusilla having gotten to the city of Slurg, the arena city. Eat a dick. The arena city. They didn't really venture around too much. Instead, they went straight for the big bone building. And who could blame them? It's a building made out of dragon bones. There, they watched a couple of arena fights, and then their attention was drawn to the floating center stage, where the announcement of the champion, Ben Sorcio, will be competing for his match of the day. And he will be fighting against what was unveiled to be 5 skeletal champions. So he should be having lots of fun with that. For this particular day, though, we are going to rewind a bit and go into a little bit of the life of Ben Sorcio in the city of Slurg. I'm going to turn it over to Ben, and he can give you as much of his backstory as he wants to, or none of it at all. And then we will go from there. Ben,
I mean,
have
as
at it.
much in the backstory, I'll tell you that some of the blood I'm covered with is mine.
It's like
I don't know. Backstory is a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Sounds good. That's fine. So where we're bringing it off, can you move your token?
Yes.
There we go. Perfect. Where we're bringing it off here, okay, so we're going to start with the day of Ben. He's been the champion of this city's arena for going on a year now. And he loves it. He loves the fighting. He loves the money. He loves beating up monsters. But he may or may not have gotten a little too big for his britches. Being the champion, Ben sleeps in the Church of Slaughter in the champion's room and is basically given anything he wants. They do take a stipend out of his winnings for his lodging and his food. Other than that, he pretty much lives the life of royalty. But he's also getting a little restless. He's been here for a year, and being a barbarian of the wandering tribes, he needs to wander. He needs to do his business and his stuff. I can't get too far into it without revealing more of his backstory, so we're just going to go with business and stuff. What he doesn't know, and what no one knows, is that the Church of Slaughter's leader, whose name I have forgotten, which is why I'm glad I wrote it down. Innkeeper, leader of Slurg, there he goes. Kriya is, wow, gave her a bad thing you did, NPC generator. I'm gonna have to change that. Anyway, Kriya needs fresh blood. She needs a new champion. She needs the movements to go and her own people to be brought into place because people are starting to care too much about what this bloody barbarian is saying and doing, even though he's not really saying and doing much. He wakes up this day as per normal. Do you want to roleplay what you think your normal day would be, or do you want me to just kind of verb over it?
Sort of roll out of bed, wipe a hangover from my eyes, kick, I don't know, let's just say a D6 women out of the room. The service is no longer required.
That is 3.
3? Alright,
3.
slow night for Ben. Just breakfast is whatever of dinner was still laying out on the table from, last night. And, yeah, looking out over the city. Just look out the window, see the people. I'm sure there's a couple people who, you know, looking point or whatever. Uh, I don't know if they have his face on t-shirts, but I imagine they're working on it. Yeah, sounds like someone wants to talk to me today, though.
Well, as per normal, you have a meeting with Kriya. Being the champion, you meet with her every day to discuss your fights. At that time, as you're looking out the window, drinking a little hair of the dog to kill the hangover, you hear a knock on your door.
Is that what we're calling tequila nowadays?
Hair of the dog?
Yeah.
It's what they've been calling it for generations, dude.
Tequila?
Hair of the dog if you had tequila last night.
Yeah, I
You've
don't want
never
to have a
heard drink hair of the
dog hair.
dog? Drink.
I don't
You've
want to
never
try a
heard the
dog hair
saying, drink the hair
sunrise.
of the dog that bit you?
It kind of works, which is kind of messed up.
It does.
I'm not
I
sure if
just
it
can't
works with
believe Bork's
tequila.
never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a pretty common saying. I've heard it a lot of different places.
I
Mm-hmm.
probably have. It's just not ringing a. I think I heard of a. It's hair like maybe it's hair of the wolf, but never mind.
Here, drink this hair. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah, if you're
Right.
hungover, just drink whatever got you hungover.
Yeah. Hair of the dog that bit you. Anyway, Ben, do you hear a
So,
knock on the door?
yeah, I go to the door, figure, one of the women I kicked out forgot their shoes or whatever. And then I remember, oh, yeah, boss lady, she's here. Morning.
She enters. She gives you a slight bow. As, the leader of the Church of Slaughter, you're almost a saint to her because of how much you slaughter. And she goes, "Greeting, champion! I hope you slept well." You can tell that she is purposely raising the tone of her voice, knowing full well that you're probably suffering a little bit of a hangover.
I'm not gonna give her the satisfaction of wincing. Yeah, no, I slept great.
She
How
goes,
can
"Good,
I,
good.
what do I owe the honor of your visit?
Well, as per always, we must discuss your heights. We've got a couple lined up for you." And she rattles off this list of, regular monsters, things you've killed hundreds of times. There's a couple goblin tribes. There's the Kobold Warrior team has earned the right to challenge you. There's some random monster packs, kind of a roll of the dice on what you fight. She doesn't mention what we all know you're about to fight, but she still goes through the whole rigmarole of what you can choose from being the champion. And then goes, "So what will you pick this day, champion? Who will you slaughter in our god's name?"
I mean, it's all been done before. Right? It's the same thing every day. You don't have anything new.
You see a bit of a smirk. She hides it well. It's a very small little upraising of her lip. But she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, champion, but you must choose from the roster. This is what we have available. I'm sure maybe next week we can find a greater challenge for you."
Ah, why not the kobolds?
Ah, the mighty Kobold team. That is good choice, good choice. They have been undefeated. I'm sure they will pose a great